This is the greatest story ever told. Jamal, the Chiraq evangelist, a modern-day Jonah, was sent by God to warn the city of Chicago about their sins. Just like the prophet Jonah ran from God, Jamal tried also to run. But God still had plans for him. Jamal spent most of his life running from God. He couldn't deny the call any longer. The streets were calling him. As he walked into his apartment, the door was ripped off its hinges. "Jamal," boomed a voice. Startled, Jamal turned around. And there stood God in all his glory. "Chicago's streets cry out to me," said God. "Go and warn them. Mercy waits, but judgment comes." Jamal looked down. "Chicago? They'll kill me first." "There's no point." "Then let their blood be on their heads," replied God, "for I have sent you." In the distance, sirens wailed. Jamal knew what he had to do. He packed a bag and headed to the airport. As he walked through the terminal, an angel appeared before him. "Stop in the name of the Lord," he commanded. Jamal froze. An airport worker approached cautiously. "Can I help you, sir?" asked the employee. "Jamal Carter?" he said as if he knew Jamal. Startled, Jamal remained silent. "You're that street preacher from Chicago?" asked the airport worker. "Nah," Jamal said lyingly. The worker nodded and walked away. On the plane, Jamal prayed. Suddenly, the pilot turned on the intercom. "Mayday, mayday, this storm isn't on the radar," he yelled. As the plane shook violently, oxygen masks dropped from above. Jamal's heart pounded. Through the window, he saw nothing but storm clouds. "God!" he screamed. The plane was violently shaken by strong winds. Lightning flashed, followed by a deafening roar of thunder. The metal screamed as the wind howled. Was this the end? The plane's emergency door was shaken open, and Jamal was violently thrown out into the water. Underwater, a whale opened its massive jaws and swallowed Jamal whole. He found himself inside its mouth. "God help me," he cried. The whale surfaced and let out a mighty groan. Jamal could feel the water rushing through the whale's mouth. It was a long, terrifying journey, but the whale eventually released him on the shore of a Chicago beach. The voice of the Lord again said to Jamal, "Arise and go into Chicago and preach to them what I commanded you." As Jamal entered the city, violence and depression surrounded him. Gang members followed him. As the sun began its golden descent, Jamal stood up on a shopping cart and addressed the crowd. 40 days and Chicago falls," he proclaimed. "Put the guns down, or lose it all." All around him, people were putting down their weapons and dropping to their knees. A record scratch sound effect filled the air. Then everything went silent. Standing on a rooftop in Chicago, Jamal yelled at the darkening sky. In the background, the city skyline glittered. "You care more for pride than their lives," boomed God's voice. Jonah 4:11, "Should I not pity the city? Should I not pity those who repent?" God asked. Jamal panted heavily. Was it too late for him to turn back? Would God still have mercy on him? Would you run from your purpose if it meant many lives were destroyed? We hope you enjoyed this gritty retelling of the Jonah story. Please like and share. Thanks for watching.